Today on Eagle Nation News, Kashada Kama highlights the visual arts scholastic event this weekend.
The Prosper Band recently held a fundraiser, but for what cause?
And finally, Madison Wells has more on Chipotle Night.
Eagle Nation News starts
right now. Good afternoon, Prosper High School. Today is Tuesday, February 19th. I'm Tyler Winden.
And I'm McKinley Bounds.
Today we have some national news. 16 states have an issue with President Trump spending more money than Congress allotted for border security. They say it is out of Trump's control since Congress dictates spending, but the president says it is permitted by emergency powers.
Prosper ISD's new middle school Hays is opening up next year. The new zones and some of the new Hays administration has recently been released on Twitter. The new counselors that were announced are Cindy Edmondson, Deborah Herbaugh, Lindy Wilcox, and the new administration that has been released so far is Jamie Briscoe and Amy Rizzo. We'll have more on the story as it continues.
Hundreds of art pieces were displayed this past weekend here at the high school. Kashada Kama recaps the visual art scholastic event.
Art comes in many forms, from sketches, paintings, to sculptures. This year, Prosper hosts the annual vase competition where hundreds of kids can come and showcase their work. Visual Arts Scholastic Event, or VASE, is an event where it hosts kids to let them show their artwork. This will be the 25th annual VASE event. Thousands of art pieces are submitted every year where you can create a piece, write about the process, and explain the artwork with the judge. Can you explain what VASE is and how the judging works?
It's an art competition for high school and middle school students. Basically, we score their work, and then later the jurors will go into the area judging. We'll get sticky notes and we'll vote. The ones with the most sticky notes will go to state.
Art students are given the opportunity to submit their pieces to VASE with different varieties of art you can submit. If you score a 3 or higher, you advance to state.
It's a lot bigger event there. It's more than one day. They get to go to workshops and things like that. So that's really cool.
VASE is a good opportunity for kids to showcase their artwork, compete nationally, and represent PHS with their creativity. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Kashida Kama. Prosper.
Okay, definitely. This is right after this, Grant Johnson features how some community members left their mark almost 1,000 miles away.
Hey class of 2019, we're here to just remind you that applications for the 2019 college scholarships are open.
So it's coming due March 2nd. All we need you to do is go to the drop-down menu under scholarships, apply for the scholarships at prospereducationfoundation.org and get it submitted in. Again, March 2nd is the deadline.
We're looking forward to reading those applications. I gotta get something to get me to sleep at night.
Yes, we gotta give away this money. Take care, guys.
Fundraisers are a great way to raise money, and that's exactly what our very own Prosper Band did. But this money did not go to themselves, but a high school in Kentucky. Take a look.
Leading up to the competition season, the Pike County Band spent countless hours rehearsing and perfecting their year-long routine. After having the same uniforms for 20 years, the high school raised funds to finally give their band a name for itself.
Uniforms for a band are a really big deal. They have a show and they're trying to tell a story with their show. So having the right uniforms that go with their show is a really big deal.
However, this outlet of expression for many students was swept from under their feet before they could get the chance to show off their talent, as their $3,700 they had just spent on new uniforms seemingly vanished when the uniform company shut down.
So I read the article and then tried to figure out, hey, is there anything that we can do for them? How would this even work? So it was really just internet searches before I was even able to reach out to him.
The high school station in Pikeville, Kentucky is 985 miles away from Prosper, Texas. Despite the distance, Ann Scahill, a Prosper Band parent, decided to do something about it.
Both of the schools kind of had an initial reaction of, we really want to do this, but we don't know how. So we had to do a lot of learning and a lot of researching to learn how we could do it.
She ran it across my desk. She said, is it okay if we help these people out? I said, absolutely, sure. And I think the Prosper community is going to eat this up and get behind it.
And the Prosper community did just that. After Ann set up the initial GoFundMe page for the school, $7,115 was raised to put new uniforms on the backs of the students we would never meet.
The goal for the GoFundMe was to cover, it was $6,700, and that was for two reasons. The first was to cover the amount of money that the company took when they closed, and then they had to pull out even more money from their savings, and parents had to keep giving so that they could go find last-minute used uniforms. The Prosper community got together, and we collectively did this thing for people that we will probably never meet.
The Prosper Band received a video from the Pike County High School Band with a personalized thank you message from every single student in the program.
We are so thankful for your support.
You're gonna make me cry.
We are so thankful. We could not have had this season without you. So my deepest, heartfelt thank you to the people of Prosper, Texas, and the people of this world that are so good. I want to thank you. Have a great day.
Everybody gave a little, and it turned out to be a lot.
Pike County will now always be a small part of the Prosper community and shows us that small deeds can travel big distances. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Grant Johnson, Prosper.
After this, Madison Wells will be in studio talking about a fundraiser that's actually happening tonight. Stay tuned.
And now we send it over to Madison Wells, who's in studio talking about a fundraiser for tonight.
Are you hungry for some Mexican food and also want to help cure cancer? Well, today's your lucky day because you can do just that at Chipotle Night. This fun event will be held at the Chipotle at the northwest corner of 380 and 75 in McKinney from 5 to 9 p.m. tonight. This is great because with each purchase you make, 33% of the proceeds will be donated to the American Cancer Society, Relay for Life. So not only do you get a delicious dinner, but you also get to leave knowing that you may have helped someone in need. Also, for how many people you bring in, whether family or non-Prosper students, you personally will receive that many days of shorts and hats. I'd say that's a pretty good deal. Well, that's all I have for you today. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Eagle Nation News and check out our website, eaglenation.net, to watch previous episodes. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Madison. Well, that's all the time we have for you today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm McKinley Bounds. I'm Madison Wells.
And I'm Tyler Winden. Live long and prosper.